Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Grand Theft Auto 5. And before we get started on stuff, well, I mean, what we're going to be doing is we're going to go check out our new safe house, because we definitely got the call that that's a brand new thing that we get to check out. So we'll make the nice lengthy drive over there. I probably shouldn't even be filming this tonight, realistically. Like, my mind is totally not here, but I really needed a place to just kind of decompress and kind of escape for a little while. I just found out, like, probably a little over a half an hour ago, that my grandmother that lives in California just passed away today. And it was like such a weird, surreal thing. Like, I got a call from my mom earlier today while she was at work, and she had told me that my grandma was in the hospital. And I was like, really? Like, what happened? And apparently she just had, like, this horrible situation that she was already sick with pneumonia, apparently. And then, to make things worse, just kind of out of the blue, realistically, out of the blue, she had a stroke, and she collapsed, on the floor in her home. And then shortly afterwards, she had a heart attack. So, and she had, like, this, pretty much like this triple threat scenario that literally one out of probably like 100 million people would probably survive. And so they took her to the hospital after her neighbors had found her, in her home after some undetermined amount of time. Who knows how long she was, there, because she lives by herself. And they got her there, and I don't know how long they were able to, kind of keep her going, because I guess that, like, half of her body had gone paralyzed, and so I don't know realistically what the cause of death necessarily was. It could have been really any one of the three of those things could have been it, realistically. And I was actually at the grocery store getting some smoked Gouda Triscuits, a thing of cream cheese, and Ben and Jerry's, and I got a text from my brother saying that she had passed away, and just, like, absolutely took all the wind out of my sails today. Like, I was already kind of depleted today because I went and I ran a couple of miles today, and so I was already pretty exhausted from that. But, like, every ounce of energy that I had left after that, just, like, I felt it just escape out of my chest. It just totally disappeared in a moment, just so quickly. It was such a surreal thing, because I just got to talk to her, like, a little over a week ago. And, like, because she lives in California, we don't get the opportunity of seeing her super often. She doesn't get to come up here all the time. And so, I had gone, there's a lot of occasions where the only time I get to talk to her is on her birthday. And this was that time, and so I had sent her a message on Facebook, and I got to talk to her saying, hey, Grandma, just want to stop by and tell you happy birthday. By the way, this house is awesome. Look at this friggin' fireplace. It's just hovering there, and we're totally gonna take a bong rip. Why the hell not? I mean, Fat Bong Rips ain't gone back since. He's not even. It's not even working. You couldn't even. The flame wasn't even going into the bong. So I don't know what kind of weird alien technology that. Whoa, boy. You sure it's not doing anything, Franklin? Because it looks like it's doing something to me, man. I mean, it looks like, your life went from being 1080p down to a nice solid 480 or less. Probably a lot less, actually, with how grainy that looked. But let's check downstairs. But yeah, man, I got to talk to her, and she was, I got to tell her happy birthday and that I love her and miss her, and she was really excited about that, and she got to tell me, that she was really excited and congratulated me on my engagement, and she wanted to hear about, she wanted me to tell her about my fiance and how we met and all that, and when the wedding date was, and The last thing that I told her is I really hope that that I'll get to see you at the wedding. And who would have known that that would have been the last time that I ever got to talk to her. So, yeah, dude, it's just it's crazy, man. It just like strokes and heart attacks and stuff like that. They can happen to anybody, man, at any age. And just it's that is a condition that just comes out of nowhere when you're not even expecting it, and it just does not discriminate. It will take anybody, and it will just fuck. I like can barely even concentrate. So yeah, dude, and of course, I mean, yeah, she was certainly older. Like on her side of the family, she definitely lived to be the oldest out of anybody that was in her family. Like I think it was like by a couple of years at least. And so at least there was that. And she was just like the nicest damn person in the entire world. Like she didn't have a single negative bone in her body. Just was always really, really nice to everybody all the time, and just kills you inside. We need more people like that in this world, and just the fact that it always makes it hurt worse when you never get to say goodbye. When you're just kind of left with the last conversation you had was the last one that you had, and you never get to change that. And so, I mean, it's not like negative things were said, because nobody ever had a negative thing to say about her. It's just, yeah. I'm sure I'm kind of just rambling on, and I'm sure a lot of you guys probably don't want to hear this incredibly depressing, monologue from me about this, but I just, like, this is, I mean, for those of you that know me well enough, you know that this has always been kind of my place to go when stressful things happen in my life, because this is kind of my, my escape from the world for a little while. Denise, who the hell? Oh, this is our aunt. Oh boy, this ought to be something. Denise at ifind.info. Typical way you treat your aunt. In parentheses, me, like I didn't know that. Franklin, you ain't been home. I got worried, thought about calling, but you never pick up. You've not been calling. So, someone's lying. But you never pick up, so I did some digging and found you ain't been home because, wait, you ain't been home because it ain't your home no more. You living up in... How would she know that I was living up in Vinewood Hills? I literally just went there for the first time, and that's like a totally off-the-books sort of thing. What in the hell? You living up in Vinewood Hills where you don't belong, boy. A word of goodbye would have been nice. Well, so you're aware, I've been to the desert to get certified as a pelvic floor exercise instructor. I've been weak... I have been weak down there for so... Oh, God, I've been weak down there for so long. Well, no longer. Now I'm strong, and I will lead, and you are weak. Not just as a man, but as a person. You're really losing yourself, and I don't like it. You ain't got no respect. What if I want to put a women's arts center in the home? What if I want to start running pelvic floor classes myself there? Well, as I always say, you come from trash. You stay trash, and that's what you is, boy. I love my sister, but boy, did she make some mistakes, including having... God, she is just throwing bullets all over the place. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got boundless love to experience. Your aunt, Denise. Jeez, man. I mean, yeah, was it kind of a dick move for him to not, to not say anything? Probably, but for her to really go that far, that's simply way beyond what's acceptable. That's just fucked up. Hey, this is definitely Union 76. Cool. My grandpa definitely used to work for Union 76 long ago. Well, you know what? If she wants to go to the desert and be a pelvic floor instructor, she can fucking do that.
The cigarette that built America.
They've rigged a jury to throw a class-action lawsuit that would cover the treatment costs of thousands of emphysema sufferers. There are 4 corrupt jurors on Redwood's books. I'll send you the details. Oh, and we only have a few hours to make them disappear. The court case is tomorrow morning.
Is that all, dog? Shit, that's quite a favor.
And that's quite a house you're living in. Get this done quickly, and I'll try to throw in a sweetener as well. Now, I'd advise picking up some long-range hardware to get this job done. You'll be helping a lot of people with this, Franklin, including anyone who might have a sizable investment in, say, Debonair cigarettes.
Debonair, huh? Well, lucky for him. Oh, God, we only have 9 minutes. Oh, shit. Okay, Vespucci Beach, bodybuilder, muscle sands, delete this message. Okay. So, can I do that, actually? I think I probably can. How do I delete stuff? Just like that. Okay. All right, so away we go. Yeah, my grandpa, who actually, that's crazy, man. Okay, so we have 8.5 minutes to get this thing done. That's crazy, man. That's always weird to me when when somebody leaves and then they totally just absolutely hang him out to dry like that. Like, she went way out of bounds with that, man. She was super out of line. Like, they were in the hood. Like, for her being his aunt, like, her goal in life should have been, her goal should have been, to support him. And I mean, obviously what he's doing is certainly against pretty much everything, more or less. Long-range hardware, I think we say screw it to long-range hardware and we just go straight to one of these. Oh yeah, get your pose on. Kablam! Head north. Yacht off the coast of Pacific Bluffs and your pipeline in. We go! Boy, that had to be a pretty surreal thing to watch if you're anybody that was outside of that group of people that are like, who's this fine young gentleman over here? Oh my god, he's pulling out a long-range rifle, and the guy's head just pops the fuck off. But yeah, I mean, her as an aunt, like, she should want him to get out of the ghetto. Like, why should he have to sit there and continue living with you and staying down and getting being in probably like slanging drugs and that whole thing, like all of his other foosball friends, or you're playing foosball with your foosball friends, or drugs with your drug friends and that whole thing. Like, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like she's just as shitty as Franklin is in bits and pieces of this. So you know what? If she wants to go be a pelvic floor exercise instructor, then she can totally do that. And if that's what, really makes her floor get covered with ants or whatever, then that's her business, I suppose. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go jump up on top of this building right here if we can. Oh yeah. Yes, use that upper body strength, Frankie. And now here we go. I'm assuming... Oh boy, that's gonna be a toughie. No it won't. Boy, that's gotta suck if you're the lady that was giving him a lap dance. Oh my god. Oh, you like that, Daddy? Oh yeah, you really like that? You like when I shake it this way? You like when I shake my little tiddlywinks in your face? Wha bam! Ah! I'm covered in blood! Oh jeez, I hope he didn't have AIDS! And he did. He had AIDS. Beastman AIDS, and he's spreading it to every good boy and girl today. We need to get the hell out of here because there's definitely the 5-0 on our trail. Oh boy. Okay. All right. I did not see where this one said it was going, or what the situation was. I hope it's not a guy, in a boat or inside of a classroom, or some guy having sex with his cat in his hotel. If that's the case, I'm probably doing PETA a favor in that one, but. Oh boy, we got 5 minutes though. The third guy out of 4 in a whoa no, third guy out of 4 in a span of like 3-4 minutes. It's not too bad, but something tells me the last person on this list is going to be a lot further away. It'll come right down to the wire. Still need to watch that show, by the way. Everybody keeps putting The Wire in like all these top 10 lists of greatest shows of all time, or somewhere at least, maybe like top 15 if not top 10. And oh boy, and I have never seen it for myself. Come on. We gotta get going. It's very important. This person is definitely on the old high rise here. Where would they? Okay. Oh, he's up there. He's on the high rise. He's going up. And oh no. He may think he's going up, but I can assure you, my friend, he is going down. In your GPS now, biker, Vinewood Hills, look for a body bike, gotta move. Oh no. This is gonna be the hard one. It's only a mile, a little over a mile and a quarter away, but he's on a bike, so that means we're going to have to gun him down the old-fashioned way. First of all, these guys are jurors. Like, I know that, you know, being a juror, that's not like your full-time job necessarily, but kind of crazy, you know, that all of them were doing completely separate things. You got a corporate building window washer and a you know, obviously a very, very serious bodybuilder with the size of that dude's lats, for the love of God. And then, who was the second guy that we killed? Oh, the guy that was out on a boat. That one's not terribly surprising, I guess. So that, you know, that seems to be like the most probable, you know, occupation or, you know, leisurely thing that a juror in a case like this would probably be doing. Oh God. Okay, here we go. This is going to be a tough one. I got a feeling that we're going to have to make this one happen very, very quickly before that bike gets going. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, here we go. The guy's going. The guy is off. Oh, this is going to be super easy. If we can just catch up with him and get him off of that. Right here. Perfect opportunity. What up, Pestilence? Oh, no. Where do you think you are going, my friend? Huh? Nope, nope, nope. You're not going anywhere, my friend, unless it's to the body bag. Sick. Alright, well, that wasn't necessarily the way that I was planning on doing that, but I will definitely take it. Lester the Molester. The dark deed that you requested is done, sir.
Very good. I'll be in touch.
Cool. That worked out really well. Certainly much, much better than the way that missions were going in, you know, the last episode. I think my mind was in a couple different places there. Hilarious enough that my mind is in a much darker and sadder place this evening, and I went and knocked that mission out, you know, no problem whatsoever. So with that in mind, oh, just had something coming in. Ooh, Barry. Smoke in. The people are amassing soon at City Hall. Fight the power. Well, then let's do this. So we've got a thing going on with the old Barrymeister here. I say we call this one good for now, and when we come back on the next installment of Let's Play Grand Theft Auto 5, I will most certainly be in a better mood, and then we'll go check out this whole smoking thing at City Hall, see what that's all about. Because if we're all going to be getting super baked out of our gourd here, I think that's going to be a pretty wild experience. So I'm super down to check that out. So until then, my friends, this is your host, Lovely Cheese Pizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Take care.
Yeah. Yeah.